In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a door that you can open with a push button. This is pretty easy. You first need a door. So I have an object here called security door, and it's marked as a door, and it's locked and openable, but I don't want to make it lockable because there's no real key for this. It's not like a key kind of door. It's a different kind of door. And then remember, doors are objects that sit between two rooms. So this security door object sits between the hallway and the reactor room. So I have to pass through this door in order to get into the reactor room. And then also notice that the security door is in the hallway. So that's where the player is going to be interacting with this door. I also have an object called button, and it is in an object called security room. So when I start this game, this is a small security room with an exit to the east, and a panel on the wall is a small button. Examine button. The small button is labeled reactor room. Cool. Now if I go east into the hallway, it says at the east end of the hall is a door. The security door is closed. Open the door. The security door is locked. Unlock the door. It's interesting. It's kind of a bug. But okay, let's ignore that for now, and maybe we'll tackle that in a sec. What we want to do is make a function for pushing our button. So I'm going to go to functions here. I'm going to make a function called push button. Click add. And then I'm going to right click here, and let's find levers, buttons, switches, wheels, something. Push a button. No, actually, I bet this is if this button was not controlling a door, then we could just use this push button and have it do something else. But there's actually open a door by pushing a button. Let's see if we can find that. Oh, there it is. Open a door by pushing a button. Which object is the button? Which object is the door? The security door. There we go. All right. Would you like Lantern to add the following sentence? Yes. So now when we type push button, it's going to call our function, which checks, hey, is the security door open? If it's not, then you press the button. In the distance, you hear a door open, and you can change this text if you want. And then it sets the door to be open and locked. So this is the kind of thing where sort of you push it once and the door opens. I guess if you really wanted it to close, you could put that in here, but it's kind of pointless in one of these games to do something like that, because you're trying to really you're trying to solve problems, not kind of clean up after problems. So let's just try this now. Push button. You press the button. In the distance, you hear a door open. Okay, east. Cool. Now I'm in the reactor room, west. Oh, and I forgot to put a description on the reactor room, but that's no big deal. Okay, so I have now just added a little description to the game here. Now this is really all you need. Now, one thing, to get the door working, one thing I would say is don't put, there's objects have to have unique names, so don't put 3 things called button in one room. Have like red button, blue button, green button, and they control like a red door, a green door, and a blue door, or something like that. There has to be something about these names that makes this object unique. Also, the more buttons, the more objects you put in one location, the clunkier the game gets, because then the game's going to spit out like there's a red button here, there's a blue button here, there's a green button here. So if you're going to have lots of buttons, it'd probably make your game better if you put them in different places. Now let's see if we can just fix that little thing about the doors not locked. What I'm going to do here is make a check. I'm going to make a check called check unlock security door. So checks are things that stop actions from being carried out. So anytime you use a verb, Lantern will run some checks on it to make sure you are using that verb properly. So in here, what I'm going to do is check to see, is the player trying to unlock the security door? So how do I check if if the player types like unlock security door, how do I check that first noun, the first object that the player's trying to, the first noun in that sentence? Well, there's a built-in variable called noun1, and that's the first noun in that sentence. So if the player's trying to type unlock security door is noun1. So I'm going to say if noun1 is security door, then I'm going to print out a message. The door is this, maybe I'll say the security door is unlocked remotely. Security door is unlocked remotely, or something. There's no obvious key or something like that. There's no obvious lock. And then once I've done that, I want to stop, S-T-O-P, and then open parenthesis, close parenthesis. The stop function makes a check fail, and it prevents the action from being carried out. So now what I'm going to do here, on the verb unlock, I'm now going to find our check unlock security door and add it over here. Now the thing is, the thing that produced that error message was this noun1 must be lockable. What I'm going to do is just bump it up so that we do this lock check, our check, before we check to see if something's lockable or not. So let's try this. And so if I go east, unlock door, security door is unlocked remotely. Cool, that's nice. Open the door. We know what it's going to say. Oh, all right. Oh, just to get the last command up, I just hit the up arrow. Unlock door. Security door is unlocked remotely. All right, so that's a cool little trick. But that's because I know the inner workings of this thing. There you go. But that's, I mean, and you don't even have to do this check thing. You know, you can live with the it's not locked. I mean, it's kind of nice if it works right. But you could do that too. You could also, let's see, I mean, another way to handle that. You could actually make the door lockable and then add a function to print that just prints out like the security door is unlocked remotely or something. You could do that with a check to prevent the unlocking of the door, or you could make the door lockable and then make a function to handle it. So it's one way or the other. They both work. All right, well, there you go. There's how to make a push button door. It's very, very straightforward. There's there's snippets to help you.